Hey there, everyone.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. Couldn't help myself.
We're just gonna go with it.
Yeah? Yeah, we are.
I'm Courtney, and that's Mike over there in his Zen state.
Yep.
And we're talking a little bit about meditation, especially over the holiday season, and why it's so important to focus on connecting ourselves to stress reduction techniques like meditation. And I came up with the idea of us sitting down and talking about maybe a little bit about our approach with clients when we're teaching meditation or facilitating a meditation, because we have two different approaches.
We do.
And mindsets around meditation. But I also think that there is a strong misunderstanding of what meditation actually is.
Yeah, I do a lot of correcting. And I hate to do that because we do have different approaches to meditation. And that's a beautiful thing because we can interpret it our way. And we can pass it down to our clients or whomever we're talking to in a way that makes sense for them.
Yeah.
Do it how you see fit and what works for you is what I usually say. But with that being said, my interpretation, my connection to meditation, initially when I first started, it was really all about, I need to clear everything out. I need to get all the cobwebs out. I gotta meditate, oh my God. And when I first started meditating, I know a lot of people out there right now probably listen to this are going, I can't meditate for more than 3 seconds. Yeah, that was me. I couldn't do it because I was meditating in a way that wasn't meditation. I was meditating to clear everything out and get rid of things when I should have been meditating to gain clarity over the thoughts in my head and find out how I can, if you think about it like a file cabinet, you want to pull the priority items up to the front and you want to throw everything else in the middle and back. And that's our brain. And that's why we would meditate, is to help ourselves get to a place where we're creating clarity over our thoughts and prioritizing. Because there's times that I go through the day and I'll say to Courtney, I don't know what I'm working on today. I need a minute. And that's literally what happens to me because my head's all over the place. So I've been doing 50 different things. Meditation's a way to slow that process down in our brain so that it can go, oh, here we are. We get into alignment again.
Yeah.
At least that's the way it works for me.
Yeah, and that makes sense. When I talk about this and I get a person telling me, well, I can't meditate because my brain is always thinking, or my brain is always going, my first response is, well, that's just what brains do.
Yeah.
Our brains are there for us to think and for us to have thoughts and for us to help process things. But that doesn't mean that you can't meditate. And I think that society tells us meditation is you have to sit in lotus pose and you have to have your hands in a mudra and you have to clear your mind and your thoughts, and
nope,
that's not it.
Nope. Nope.
That to me is actually the furthest thing from meditation because it's disconnecting ourselves rather than connecting back to awareness of what's going on in our mind.
And now don't get us wrong, because there are deeper forms of meditation that do use certain practices that you sit in lotus pose, and there's reasons for that. So we don't want to piss anybody off right now and say that doesn't exist. There's a place for that. Absolutely. We love it. I've done it. You need to be in a certain space, and that is for something else, but we're not talking about that right now.
That's not a starting point, though.
No, it's not.
And I feel like that's where a lot of people do start, and they end up getting so frustrated with the process because they're starting in a place that is actually supposed to be a progression way up the line.
Correct.
When I meditate while I'm driving. I take a few deep breaths.
Now that's dangerous as hell. Don't recommend that to anyone.
Well, it's not the fact that I'm taking my attention away. It's the fact that I am taking a few conscious breaths.
Right.
It's bringing the awareness to it.
Sure.
You can meditate while you're doing anything because that's all, you're just bringing awareness to the present moment.
Exactly. Again, when I first started meditating, attention span of a gnat. Couldn't get into it. Practice. It's a practice. I'm sorry, you want to build muscle, you have to go to the gym daily, every day, 3-4 times a week, whatever it is, for a period of time before you start seeing results. This is no different than that. And now I'm able to meditate for a very long time, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. The longest I've meditated for was close to 50 minutes. It's a very deep state. And when you get into that deep state, a lot of people, again, this is one of those myths that think that meditation is all about going outward and seeing that external picture. Actually, it's about going inward, because everything on the exterior that you're viewing, I'm going to get a little deep now, but everything on the exterior that you're viewing is actually a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So that's why we're asking you to go inward, because the answers are already there. They're not anywhere out here. They're inside you. And that's why you would really use meditation and want to start the practice of it. That's how it benefits me.
Yeah.
It's a very long process.
It is a long process. It
takes time to get into that space. And I've met a lot of people, no, there's no way I hate meditation. Well, have you tried? Yeah, I tried for 3 seconds. I mean, to me, that's not trying. That's, I'm going to give it a shot. If it doesn't work, then screw it. Again, it's a practice. You got to do this over and over.
So, how is meditation something that we can practice over the holiday season, where there is less time, more stress?
Let me be blunt about this. There's only less time because you've made less time. That's it. And I'm telling you something you already don't know, but you've put an immense amount of stress on yourself. You're doing this to yourself. No one can do this to you. Okay? The holiday seasons come up. We're so stressed out. Oh my God, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I can't believe I get these people. No one else is doing this to you. You have the ability to say no. That's a big key player when it comes to self-care one-on-one, is getting to a place where you can say no. Because that creates a line in the sand, a boundary, that you're no longer gonna put yourself in a situation that is gonna do you, your energy, harm. So it starts with you. You gotta start making different decisions. And I know this video is about meditation, but that is that first decision towards that step, because you can't say, well, I don't have time to practice that. Oh, yes, you do. It's a choice. You have the time. Whether you want to make it or
Meditation
not.
might also be a way for you to reflect inward as to why it's hard for you to say no.
We're getting deep here.
Let's
and
do
true.
it.
So meditation is one of those practices where you can really get into the habit of seeing yourself from a different viewpoint. And once you get to that place, it is very beautiful, because then you're able to actually see why you do the things that you do. You no longer become just the experiencer. You become the observer. And if then you can take those two pieces and bring them together and become the observer and the experiencer at the same time, shit, man, you've mastered the game on how to accomplish anything in life. Doesn't matter what you do for work, your family, anything, all those different dynamics, you are able to actually see and peer in, go through the experience at the exact same time of observing, and then making conscious decisions based upon that. It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. But again, it takes a practice. You got to start somewhere. So what are some of the techniques that someone can use a beginner can start using to meditate?
I mean, one of the things that I found easiest when I stepped out of the traditional form of meditation and decided to just try what worked for me was actually having something to concentrate on. So when I'm working with clients in particular, I always say you can always come back to your breath, or you can always come back to your happy place, visualizing that. Or you can even do something where you light a candle and you meditate by watching the flame of the candle. It's just simply about bringing yourself into the present moment and watching.
Yeah, fire is very hypnotic. We all
It
know
is.
that by sitting by a campfire or being outside in the backyard, our fire pit's going. It's very hypnotic. Just stare into it, trance.
Yeah, that's a cool one to do. I like doing that, especially around this time of year where, you know, if you meditate in the mornings or later at night, it's dark out, so you can really focus on the flame. So that's a cool one. You can also do a guided meditation, right?
Look, beginners, here's the deal. We'd love for you to come in here and experience that process of a guided meditation. We offer that service. But at the same time, you want to get yourself started on your own a little bit, hit the search engine on YouTube. There's 1,000,001 videos out there that you can start the process on your own. 3-minute videos, 5-minute videos, 45-minute videos, whatever you want. So we're just saying the process needs to start somewhere.
The process starts with you. And whatever you feel most comfortable with. The way that I meditate and the way that Mike meditates and the way that we see our clients meditating may not be right for you. The important thing is that you can try those things and move in a way that feels good, move towards a way that feels good for you.
Right.
And being open to trying new things. So, I mean, if I have a client coming up for meditation and they say, no, it's not connecting with me, I change. I change the focus. I change,
adjust.
You know?
Yeah. There's all sorts of different ways to meditate. Just try one. And stick with it for a period of time. Don't say that, well, I can't do this. You won't do it. You're making a choice. Give meditation a shot.
And if you need help in that process, we are happy to help you with that. In the description below, you can find some links to our information on meditation. I'll throw in a blog about meditation as well. And then you'll also see a link down there for a 15-minute phone consultation. And we can get you in for your guided one-on-one session.